Hey guys, just wanted to make a quick video about what I was going to talk about in the last group. Not great at explaining things, so I'll do my best. But I was going to talk about the shadow, so some of you may or may not know what that is. The shadow is the unconscious self. It's where we sort of hide all the pain and trauma and emotions that we don't necessarily want to deal with, and it's unconscious by nature, meaning that we aren't actually aware of it until we bring it to awareness. So it's things from our past that may be triggering us and haunting us, but we don't realize that they're there. So with shadow work, we're basically making this unconscious conscious and sort of reintegrating those wounded parts of ourselves into who we are now. So it's almost like retrieval. So one way in which the shadow might come out is, say that your mum might have shouted at you when you were younger, or your dad, or whoever it is, and then your partner or something flips out at you in a way that reminds you of that event that triggered you in your childhood. So you react in a way in which you would have wanted to react back in childhood, or from a place of insecurity, and it comes out as aggression or anger, and suddenly you're like a completely different person. You embody that unconscious shadow, and end up wounding the people around you with your own insecurities. And yeah, it's not actually your partner that you're angry at, it's your past, it's your parents. So you're reacting from a place of familiarity, and I sort of theorized that we become who we needed as a child, and often that shadow or an archetype within you acts as a protector for that child within, because we've all got these wounds, we've all got these emotions that can overwhelm us, and we're all projecting onto others, and wearing masks, because we've all got these insecurities within us, right? And we only want to show the world the best version of ourselves, but in reality, there's wounds within us, and I think this applies to absolutely everyone. There's no denying that there's healing work, there's guilt, and there's shame, and there's pain hiding within us all, and it all resides in the shadow self. And the only way that we can heal that pain is by delving into that bag of shadows. But by implication, everyone thinks shadow work is all about facing the pain, but it's also about retrieving parts of yourself that might be missing. Say you have a overly critical parent or something, that you might have a lack of self-belief. You might not want to voice your opinions, or you fear to bring up certain subjects because, based upon your interaction with your parents at an early age, that part of yourself was completely dismissed. It wasn't celebrated. So you've repressed that part of you. So that part of you that is very much fundamental for your growth in the adult world, and yeah, it's something that's actually a good thing, is also hiding in that shadow bag. And yeah, it's up to us to dive deep into that and retrieve those parts of ourselves that have been left behind, and parent that inner child that's often acting up, because it's not necessarily divine masculine within us that is the thing that's getting angry and throwing the toys out of the pram. It's that wounded inner child, and that all exists in the shadow. And through certain practices of meditation, we can retrieve these parts of ourselves and start integrating them into a more holistic version of ourselves. And by the nature of life, we're all like transient, always changing and growing and evolving, but we're holding on to these old ideas, maybe unconsciously, maybe consciously. So we're getting in the way of our own evolution in a lot of ways, tripping up over ourselves. And yeah, so there's certain things that we do, that we can do. I like this model of becoming aware of our projections onto other people, so we can fantasize and create versions within people that we want to believe in, but they're not necessarily the truth. And I think once you become aware of idealizing and creating a fantasy around somebody and projecting what you need onto somebody else, then you can gather that data and then give it to yourself instead of needing it from someone else. Because projection is quite a powerful thing to become aware of, because quite often the things that we don't like about others, like one thing that really annoys me about my brother is that he's always late, and he's very unorganized, and if I'm honest, so am I. I'm always late, and I'm very unorganized, and that frustration comes out on my brother. So you become aware of that and you're like, oh shit, you know what, that's just something I don't like about myself. So when we become aware that we're projecting our own insecurities and things that we don't like about ourselves onto others, then we can bring it to light, make ourselves conscious of it, and repair relationships that we have with people. So there's all these dynamics that can be repaired by doing shadow work. And I'm waffling on quite a lot. I don't want to go on too long, but I just wanted to give you a brief introduction into it and a little bit of insight. And if you guys want to hear more about it, then I'm happy to go there. I'm not like a therapist, or I've not studied psychology. This is just stuff I've learned because I had to in order to grow and evolve as a person. So I'm happy to share resources and books and talk more about it if you guys want to know more. So thanks for your time, guys. Peace out.